welcome back to Travel 101. Today's video is a question we get asked a lot about, and it is some more information on the China transit visa. So if you're planning on applying for the China transit visa, there are a lot of things that you can and can't do when your visa has been approved. Before though you even think about what you can and can't do when your visa has been approved, you need to make sure you do qualify. And I have made a video with all the information you need to make sure you qualify for the visa and what to do when you get to the airport in China to collect your visa and leave the airport. Now for all those who will get their visa approved, which will be most of you, I'm going to run you through what you can and can't do when you arrive in China so everything goes seamlessly. Now firstly, I want to dive into what you can't do when you arrive in China, but before I get right into that, I just want to make sure that you are aware this is the free transit visa we'll be talking about, so you need to make sure you are purely transiting in China. Now what I mean by transiting is you can't actually be arriving in China and then heading off home straight after and spending just the 144 hours there. So for example, if you're flying from the US to China and then to Japan, that is considered transiting. But if you think you can use this visa for a short holiday, for example flying from the US to China and then back to the US, that is not considered transiting and you will not be approved for the visa. Alright, so back to what you can't do. Now if you are arriving at, for example, Shanghai Airport, you need to make sure you leave from Shanghai Airport. You cannot fly into Shanghai Airport, apply for the visa and then fly out of Beijing Airport. Your visa will not be approved and it is just simply not allowed. Secondly, something that you cannot do when you're on this visa is you cannot leave the province that you have arrived in. So if you have arrived in the Shanghai province, you must stay within the Shanghai province. You are not allowed to leave that area. But these visas definitely allow just enough time to see that local area anyway, so realistically staying in that province is probably a good idea anyway. Now another thing you cannot do when you're on this visa in China is you cannot extend it at all. You cannot decide last minute that you're enjoying your time and you would like to stay for an extra day and change your flight. Your visa is only permitted for the amount of hours that they approve it at the airport. So if you've only been approved for 72 hours, for example, you can only stay 72 hours and you cannot extend your stay at all. Okay, now let's move into what you can do. So firstly, you can book a hotel that is outside of the airport area. So you don't need to book a transit hotel. If you're staying in Shanghai, you can book a hotel downtown in Shanghai to actually really immerse yourself in the culture. Another thing you can do as well is you can book day tours, which we do highly recommend. So for example, if you're landing in Beijing and you have your transit visa approved for the Beijing province, you can actually do a day tour while you're there. And we do highly suggest doing one like the Great Wall of China, and it's a good way to really get the most of your short transit in that area. Okay, so we really hope we've answered a few questions about what you can and can't do on your transit visa. We hope you have no problems applying for one of these visas when you arrive in China. And if you have any further questions about how to apply, I will link all these videos at the end, but also leave a comment in the description below. Now thank you so much for watching, and as always, we cannot wait to see you in our next video.